Okay, okay, my dear, I got you. Okay, my dear, I got you. So, uh, I lost you there. I lost you because of the network. I lost you because of the network. So let me just start again from the scratch. Okay, we start on the daily time frame. Ne? We start on the daily time frame, and then from our daily time frame, ne? From our daily time frame, we zoom out. We pull out our horizontal ray. We put it on the highest highs. Then from there, we put it on the lowest lows, right? And then from after that, we need to identify the structure that is going, the structure that is happening at this point of time. Okay, we can see that here we had an impulse, correction, impulse. Okay, that's the first thing that we realize. We had an impulse, correction, and impulse, right? That's impulse, correction, and then now we're expecting an impulse, right? That's the first case of evidence. Okay, so from there we're going to pull up our trend line, and then we connect this lowest lows going all the way up. It fits perfectly there, and then we connect the highest highs just like that. Then now we see, after having the highest highs and the lowest lows, we need to identify the structure. All right, we need to identify the structure that we are in at that particular time, right? So that is why it is important for you to identify the highest highs and the lowest lows. So if you are able to identify the highest highs and the lowest lows, okay, if you are able to identify the highest highs and the lowest lows, then for you to identify the structure, it will be very simple. Because if you identify the highest highs and the highest lows, it will be simple, because you just check, okay, what is happening here? Look at this: impulse, correction, impulse, right? So already you can see what's happening. So from there, now looking at this structure, okay, looking at this structure again, looking at this structure again, okay, looking at this structure, okay, inside now, what is happening inside this structure? Inside this structure, okay, you can see that we have an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, and now we're expecting what? Another impulse. Okay, we're expecting another impulse. So already we have a case of evidence that we are going to get an impulse. So as much as here it looks like it might give you a double top kind of a formation, right? So we will monitor price action when it comes here. Okay, then let's go to the 4-hourly and show you how simple this is. So this is my 4-hour structure. This is my 4-hour. This is my 4-hour. Okay, this is my 4-hour. I want to focus on this wave. Then I just come here, and then I connect the lowest lows. There we go. There we go. Connect the lowest lows, and then I connect again the highest highs, just to get a clear view of the structure. I want to see this structure properly. I want to see what is happening here. Okay, I want to see what's happening here. So okay, now when you look at the structure, when you look at the 4-hour structure, it looks more or similar to the daily structure. Ne? It looks more or less the same to the daily structure. Right? It looks more or less the same to the daily structure. 1 2 touch, 1 2 touch, and then after this touch here, what do we have here? Impulse. Then here, impulse, same thing. Okay, fine. Then now we're going to look for more evidence. Now we already had our bias, ne? But I mean, now I remember we spoke about this trade. I think on Saturday, I spoke about this trade. Okay, so now from the 4-hourly structure, I'm just gonna adjust my structure there. Just gonna adjust. Then from there, now I check. Same thing. You don't change. Remember the nature of the market: impulse, correction, impulse, correction. We're expecting an impulse, ne? So from here you just come here, this is your correction, you mark out your correction, there we go. Then you have it in the form of a what? You remember when we were backtesting Euro USD, we said it likes what? Bull flags. You have it in the form of a bull flag. So this means that, let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's go down to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, if you were looking for entry, this price here, this here, it happened today. So this was your entry, right? This was your first entry. So your second entry, you see when this correction happened here, you just wait for the 1, 2, 3 touch. Here on the third touch, or at the bottom of the structure at least, that's another entry for you to go for long position. Your stop loss here. Okay, so here when you enter, what did you wait for? Price went up, came down, gave you a double bottom formation. After giving you a double bottom, you enter where? Here. And then your stop loss, it's here. Alright, your stop loss would have been there. You understand? So this thing is it's not rocket science. Opening a position is not rocket science. Just that you need to wait for price to get to where you want it to go. Okay, you need to wait for price to get to your area, because if you don't wait, then it will mess you up psychologically. You understand? You will end up having FOMO, and you'll end up just entering trades when it's not necessary. So it's better to wait. Or what you can do also, another thing that we do now, let's say for example, already I can see that, okay, sharp, this price came down here, gave us a double bottom. If I go to the 15 minutes chart, it's going to be very much clear. Okay, there we go. This is the 15 minutes chart. This is my 15 minutes. Just pull out my trend line tool like that. Just zoom out. What do we have here? It's from here. This one is from here to here. Feels more like it's like from here to there. 15 minutes chart. Yeah, maybe this one is just very simple price action. We expected this to happen, so I just want to show you. There we go. Then now here on the 15 minutes, here in the 15 minutes, you can clearly see what happened to price. It came down, gave us a double bottom. This is the first bottom, arcing formation. This is the second bottom, and then again what we have a double bottom inside a double bottom. All right, we have a double bottom which is inside again the overall double bottom, and then again price, it is at the lows of the structure. Price, it is at the lows of the structure, and then what we were waiting for was just a confirmation, right? What we were waiting for was just a confirmation. So where do you get your confirmation? You see, when this bullish engulfing candlestick, that's your confirmation for buy. So if you had entered buys here, you put your stop loss here, this move, you're going to eat all of it. You understand? And then after that, after this impulse, what do you expect that price will give you? Most definitely give you a correction. You understand? So in this correction, what do we have? 1, 2, 3. So if you had entered here with a lot size of 0.5, and then from here you move it, you move your stop loss. Yes, okay. It's just my okay. And then from here you move your stop loss. From here you'll move your stop loss. This stop loss here, you'll move it to here, and then here you enter another trade 0.5. Then you have two 0.5s running. You understand? This thing is not rocket science. So let me just remove this really quick. Just remove this really quick. Just remove this really quick. Okay. I don't like these markups. I just want the chart to be clean. The chart should be clean. The chart should be clean. So when you look at it, if I pull out this bus pattern here, and then from this impulse here up until here, just to get more evidence, and then I put this here, same thing. See, it's the same thing. So we're headed for those tops there. Okay, so here you can see that you have almost already you have two opportunities to get in. So even this one, we're expecting it that we impulse, we're expecting it to correct or start a deeper correction and then impulse again, give us something like this. But this one will be small, so this one it might be something like this, because you can see the impulse is not that big. So if the impulse is not that big, then rule of thumb, also the correction will not be big. So if the impulse is this big, also the correction will be that big. Sometimes it can be deep. All right, so let's move right along. Let us move right along. Let us move right along, and then you'll see it's not it's very simple, this thing. So let's go to GBP USD. Let me just get a glass of water while I'm at it. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now let's check GBP USD. Let's check GBP USD. Let's check GBP USD. Let me remove all drawings. Again, remember the rules, right? Remember the rules. We start on the daily time frame. We zoom out. They also want to be like is a brother of Euro USD. Sorry. We zoom out, pull out our horizontal, highest highs, lowest lows. Now, what do we have here? We had an impulse, correction impulse. Then we take our trend line, of course, and connect it, because we don't know, we can't connect it to here, right? Of course we can't connect it to here, so rather we connect it to these points, because this is all a fake out. Then we connect it there, pull up our trend line, connect it like that. So already I can see on top there I've had my first touch, second touch. And then from there, let me just zoom in a bit. Just want to get a closer look at price. You can see that, okay, here we had a impulse, we had a correction here. All right, this was a correction. 1, 2, 3, impulse, correction. This was a correction. Okay, impulse, impulse. It looks like we're starting a new correction here. already I can tell, I can see that we're starting a new correction. So let me go to the 4 hour. We go to the 4 hour and adjust. Here on the 4 hour, I'm just gonna adjust this, my line. Just gonna adjust my line just to make it neat. Okay. Just gonna adjust my lines just to make them look a bit proper, eh? Proper. There we go. Okay, there we go. So we've had our impulse correction. Impulse is easy. Impulse correction. Impulse down. A retest of this order block. Impulse. Now we're just in a deeper correction. We're just in a deeper correction, of which is a bull flag already. We can see we're in a bull flag. So let's go to the 1 hour. So when we get to the 1 hour here, we're gonna pull up our trend line. Seems like this one is still not sure because it is yet to break these highs here. These highs here. And then we impulsed up in the form of a head and shoulder here. Okay. This is the first shoulder here, then the head, second shoulder. So here we might get, because we impulse and then we fail to break these tops. So we want to see this price here. Let me, where's my object? For us to can say we're going to buy this, ne? For us to can say we're going to buy this, we want to see this candle close on top of this, ne? We want to see this candle close on top of this for us to can say we're going to buy. You understand? That is when our bias will change. But then as of now, as you can see, when we hit these levels here, it seems as if we got a strong push. Now what we're gonna wait for is just a small correction, and then from there the price might drop all the way back. All right, so from here again, it is then that the price might go up. So after we're still in a, this is just a large bull flag, so price might play here for a while, and then yeah, see, so it's simple like that. Let me go to USD JPY, same thing, pull up the daily. Horizontal array, and then zoom out, and then highest high, and then lowest low. Okay, then from there you can see that impulse correction, impulse, then your price just started to form a correction. Just put this correction together like that. Okay, okay, there we go. So from here, that is just the bigger wave. From here, my point of interest will be this lowest low here, this highest high. Okay. My trend line say uptrend. There we go. Impulse down. Then from here, I can see okay. So let me just remove everything and focus on this here, because I already have a case of evidence, no? I already have a case of evidence, so I'm just gonna focus on this. There we go. It's my area, and then impulse, correction. This is a correction. Of which, if I have a correction like this, the 90% rule, I expect that price will come down all the way here to where this correction started. Okay. So now here I do have this ascending wedge or bullish flag kind of pattern, and then from here I'm anticipating that already price I can see is gonna come down and then bounce up. So I'm just gonna go to the 4-hour time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour. So here we are on the 4-hour, the 1, 2, 3 touches. Just adjust there. We've had our 3 touches on the 4-hour. So what does that mean? That means already here on the 4-hour I'm expecting something like this. Price might come here, play a bit here, and then drop. Let me just do this. Play a bit here, drop, correct, drop. Okay, so I'm expecting something like this already. So I'm gonna go to the 1-hour. 1-hour, just to build more case of evidence. Oh. Then here on the 1-hour, you can see already impulse, correction, impulse. Now we're in a correction. Dropping down to the 15 minutes, that correction will be very clear. This correction will be some form of a bear flag. Okay, there we go. So already here we can see we're gonna have something like this. I'm sorry. So when it's like this, you enter, you wait for it to break this structure. You can wait for it to break this structure, and then a stop loss would be here. It's called a conservative entry. Or you can wait for it to enter, or you could have entered here. A stop loss could be here. It's called a risk entry. I'm sorry. Or you can enter here and you put a stop loss still on top of the structure. Okay, and then you'll be expecting that the move will go down, and eventually if you go to the 4-hour time frame, it will move all the way down. Sorry. All right, sharp. Then let's move to the next one. Same thing. Daily time frame. Daily time frame. And then when I get to the daily, I'm gonna look for the highest highs. Is this one? these ones here. Yes, these ones here. And then we have this one here, which is the last one. This is the last one. All right, and then boom to the lowest lows. Okay, so my highest highs are there, and then let me just remove this. Okay, now I want to find structure. Put this there. It won't fit there because that structure evolved. Okay, no problem. It's because of this. Broke this previous highs here. So let me put this there. Hold my trend line. Let me just try to find structure. Will I have structure here? Most definitely. There we go. So let me move to the 4. So here in the 4 we have our price, which is like this. This is the 4 hour. We've had our 1, 2, 3 impulse, and then here break of structure. Right, you can see it broke structure here. So already expecting price to retest and then continue the fall. No? Then let's go to the 1 hour. We broke, came back to retest. Yeah, we're expecting that this price is gonna fall. This will be our first take profits all the way down there. So this is how you do it. Short position. You take your short position. Remember, your target is where the structure started. And when you take this sell here, you just put your stop loss just on top of structure there. Or you can go full 1% because we always risk 1:3 now. So you can go 1% and put it there, but just being conservative, just 40 to 36 pips. There we go, 36 pips. And then you get like 15.84 risk to reward ratio from only this trade. Only this one trade. This can happen this week. It can happen the whole of this week. It's a good swing trade, this one. It will be a very good swing trade. So we're just gonna wait for it to develop. So let's go to Aussie dollar. Let's go to Aussie dollar. Same thing. First, the daily. Let me just do this so that we can wrap up, so that I can send you this video now. Okay, so the Aussie dollar, same thing. Daily chart, horizontal ray, highest, lowest lows. Pick this ones. So from here, impulse correction, impulse correction. This was just started a correction. Okay, sharp. Where the correction? What do we expect after this correction? An impulse up. So let's go to the 4-hour. Here are the 4-hour. There we go. I have had my 1-2 touch. I'm expecting this price to give me a third touch here before it goes up. But we'll see how that will play out, because we've had this structure here that has been violated. Already we can see this structure has been violated inside by this impulse here. You see, so that's why this impulse here, it looks more like a head and shoulder formation for me. So we might come and get our third touch here before we move to the upside. That's what. So let's drop to the 1-hour. Dropping to the 1-hour, we can see we had an impulse correction, impulse, we're at the tops. We're gonna have a correction here, and then impulse up. Okay, so this is what we have here on the 1-hour. Let me take this out. Just put this like this. Okay, this is what we have. So we've had a 1-2 third touch. We might go and retest here before going up. It's simple, this thing. USD CAD, same thing. Start from the daily. Lowest low. We use this one. This one here. And then the highest high, this one. So already I can see this is just a correction. This is just a correction impulse, big correction. So this will be a long trade also. So now zooming out just to see. Now price is getting to my area of interest. Trend line. There we go. Second trend line. Just adjust that. There we go. There we go. We can see what we have. We have a falling wedge structure. Okay. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame. Impulse correction. Okay, this is the 4-hour time frame for this impulse correction. Impulse correction. So what do we expect? This price is still here. It's a flat correction, this one. So until, let me go to the 1-hour again, just to get more confirmation. Okay, just to get more confirmation. You can see what's happening here with price. First touch, second touch, break and retest. This is probably gonna come back here and then go up. sorry. So for you to enter this setup, you just relax and wait for the market to come here. Once it's come here, you don't know questions asked, buy. You can also yeah. And then when it's somewhere here going up, somewhere here, you add more buys. Yeah, add more buys. And so yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we roll. If you're gonna have any questions, just holler at me. If you have any questions, just holler at me. Or if you want me to make something clear from this video, or if you feel like I missed something on this video, give me a shout. Sure.